here we go. Broadcasting live, this is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. With your hosts, Honest Abe and Adam K. the Brewmeister. Listen to the show anywhere in the free world at KMATalkRadio.com.
I like to smoke them like some Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, loyal listeners, libertarians, lovers of the leaf, everyone out there in Radio Land. Welcome to another exciting edition of KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. Well, it might be. I can't really see outside right now, but it might be raining again.
It's pretty cloudy. Yeah, it's the wet season here.
It looked like I was running away from it as I was driving in here to the studio this morning.
You know what? It's just that time of year I've begun to learn as I live here in Florida.
The crazy part is we had a nice 4 days where it didn't rain. And then yesterday it hurricane torrentialed for like 45 minutes.
And because it's all tropical stuff, it like slams through here and then all of a sudden disappears. And then there's another band and it slams through here and you think that like it's the end of days, like everybody's going to die and Dorothy's going to be flying around in the house.
Yeah,
wow.
Pretty much. So, it's a wonderful time to be in Florida where it's either 105 degrees or raining. So, yes. But we're not complaining because, you know what? We don't have to deal with snow in the winter.
It's just, I don't mind the heat here. Being from Long Island, thinking about having to shovel snow again is a nightmare. If tomorrow somebody offered me like $500,000 to move, well, all right, maybe I'd take $500,000.
I was going to say, but I'd go to Antarctica for $500,000.
And then I would never have to shovel snow again, obviously, because I could pay somebody. But
exactly.
Like I think about that. Like if somebody offered me a better job, with more money than my regular daytime job, it would really take a lot for me to move back. And I'm a New York boy, but
yes, you're a New York through and through, and you never shut up about it.
I'm the king of my castle.
So it's going to be an interesting show here today on KMA Talk Radio. Honest Abe is still on assignment.
Wait, so we need to just quickly talk about this because Honest Abe was supposed to be here today. Yeah. And we didn't find out until last minute that Abe's flight that was supposed to come in last night, we found out like Thursday that they had canceled his flight for Friday night, which is kind of weird that they canceled it so far in advance.
I got to think, there was that report that came out this week on the 737s. That got grounded again after they had been put back in.
Oh, the MAX 8s?
Yeah,
okay.
There was another report on like Monday or Tuesday that basically like they had grounded them again because the FAA was doing a flight simulation and found another error in one of the softwares.
Yeah, but he's not flying Southwest. It's only Southwest and...
No, they're all over the place.
The MAX 8s?
Yeah.
I think it's Southwest and maybe...
It's more than Southwest.
And maybe Delta has a couple or American has a couple. Oh, he flies American.
He flies American.
So even if he wasn't going to be on one of those flights, it messes up.
It might have messed everything up and then, screwed everything up beyond that and then just pushed everything. So that's my initial thought because I did see that this week on the news.
So he was...
A lot of people going to get hurt.
He was supposed to be here, and I was going to start a hashtag. So back in the day at one of the Lazona Paloozas, I think it was Will Cooper, who's going to be on the show today.
Yep.
He started a hashtag Where's Juan? Because Juan and Bill from Protocol were not at Lazona Palooza one year. Or Bill was there and Juan couldn't be there. Because it was like Juan's last year on the force and there was some kind of an emergency. He was a Port Authority cop, so he had to be there. There was an emergency. So I was going to steal that hashtag and do Where's Abe? I just posted about it. I didn't actually do the hashtag. Do you even know what a hashtag is?
It's something that you try to get trending or create a thing that tag things with other things when you're doing social media posts.
Sure.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of a conversation with Abe yesterday, a couple of things after I met with you.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that he is going to make it mandatory for you to have a Facebook. Now, you don't have to post to it or anything, but you're going to have a Facebook.
I like it.
So you can see all of... I know you always follow Coop on his web. I guess, where do you get Coop's posts? Because you're always talking about Coop and the posts and his articles and stuff that you read that he posts.
I go to cigar-coop.com and check out all the latest news, reviews, and quality information about the cigar industry.
But he has a lot of stuff that he posts onto Facebook and Twitter, too. Or Facebook, rather. I think he may have a Twitter now as well, but... Well, we'll talk to him about it. But that, you gotta get on there, man. There's a lot of stuff you're missing. Terrence Riley, who's watching right now, actually from Las Vegas, I think.
Hey,
I'm assuming
TJ,
he's out there.
What's up? Yeah, he's there.
He has some really cool posts too. He has some fun posts with his travels. He did a whole series on Facebook about what it's like to be in the cigar business because he thinks that everybody has glorified the traveling and whatnot. So he did a bunch of quick videos of, hey, getting on the plane now. Hey, just got in. It's 1 a.m. Now we have to eat dinner and go to bed. Waking up at 6 a.m. to drive 3 hours to our first shop. He's like, it's great. He loves it, but it's a grind. So I thought it was a really cool, it could be a documentary. I said that to him. If I had any kind of pull in this industry, I'd do a documentary.
You say that about a lot of things, Paul, and I'm just going to shoot more of your ideas down because they're just average ideas at best. Terrence is a wonderful human being. He is a fabulous guy. But I don't think anybody really wants to watch a documentary about people being on the road all the time.
This is why. See, you're wrong, and I might be a creative genius for all you know. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of posts about that.
Paul! Yes.
But a documentary about you and your life, what you like. I this is going to happen someday. It's going to be. I might even use my retirement money to produce this documentary, especially after what we talked about yesterday.
It's going to be a lot of ball scratching. You say that on the radio? I think you can. Yeah, you can. So it's going to be a very fun and entertaining show here on KMA Talk Radio. Mr. William Cooper is going to call in from the IPCPR from cigar-coop.com. He is there. It is 7 a.m. currently, and we're going to talk about, the big announcement they made yesterday at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, 5:15 West Coast, about the name change and how people received that. Also, he put out his top 5 cigars that he's anticipating for the trade show,
which you are all about. You're excited about talking about where he came up with this, right?
I mean, obviously he hasn't smoked any of them yet. He's only heard about them, but why he came up with this and how, because he had some interesting choices that I thought were a little interesting and perhaps a little perplexing to my taste.
Do you think that he doesn't get pre-releases from people?
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, guys will have... They'll have a lot of guys won't even have the cigars until the show because they're working on it, and it'll be the initial blends. They won't even have the bands done for the show, so it all depends. But some of these I don't think he really got yet because I don't think guys were mass rolling them out.
Okay. He also talks about, one thing about Coop is that he said he won't do any reviews on IPCPR samples.
Yes,
because they're not premium or whatever.
I can tell you for a fact I have smoked things on the trade show floor and then gotten them on the regular production stuff. It tastes different.
Is it worse on the trade show floor?
Yes and no. I have had experience of both.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why Saka is so particular. Because he knows that it's atmosphere.
It's also the fact that when you're on the floor, you literally smoke 15 cigars and parts of cigars.
Right, so your palate is not exactly ideal.
You don't, I have a rule, and I tell anybody I go through it the first time, it's listen, someone gave you the cigar at the booth,
right.
Smoke the first cigar they give you. They're probably going to give you a few more. Put them in the bag. You have to light the cigar, smoke the cigar there. When you leave that meeting, you have until you get to the next booth. Put the cigar down before you get in that next booth.
So you don't finish a cigar?
You never finish any. I have finished 2 cigars ever at the trade show.
Because it's just too much.
It's too much, and everybody. And you don't want to be rude to the next meeting you went to.
So you don't walk in say our friend Eric Espinosa gives you a cigar. Not that he has any rivalry with another brand, but then you walk into another brand's booth. You can't walk in with a Laranja Escuro in your mouth and be like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
You could, but it's just you don't want to be rude.
Okay.
To the new guest you have, and you have to give. Okay, I'm going to give your cigar a shot. I'm going to try this new thing you're giving me, so that I have the idea of what if I'm going to buy it or not, or bring it in. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
But yes, we have a great show. William Cooper's going to be here. Also, Steve from Monkey in Paradise Vodka. We also like to give wonderful things away. Congratulations to Chris Wark. He took home last week's Recluse Caption Contest. If you'd like to win a 5-pack of Recluse cigars, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Post your best caption on, the photo of the Fire Rocks.
Hold on, let me put it up there.
Yeah.
Fire, I think Rocks might be the closest.
Fire Walks. Fire Walks? I think it's Fire Walks.
Okay.
We'll go with Fire Walks.
America
is the best. So make sure you get ready to celebrate your 4th of July with some Fire Walks. If you'd like to win a Zycar Turum Double Silver Lighter, head over to the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page. Cast your vote in this week's poll. Who is your favorite current late-night television host?
Look how you give that so much more emphasis because you came up with the poll.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie,
it's a good poll question.
It's noticeable that you're putting the emphasis on it because you created it.
I think I'd like to read. I think, Colin, I read them the same way every week, right? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Whatever.
2 against 1, overruled. So, Fallon, Corden, Myers, Colbert,
for a beer.
or O'Brien. So, I'm just curious.
Who's yours?
Right now, it's between James Corden and Seth Meyers. Those are the only two I'll really watch. And I literally will go back and watch, I'll try to catch Seth I'll go back if, insomnia strikes. I'll go back, watch Seth and James.
Even if I'm up, I don't watch anything live at all, unless it's one of those, the Jeffersons live, like they did on ABC, the remake of the Jeffersons and All in the Family or something I'll watch that. But I don't watch anything live, and I never watch late night TV. But I do watch it on YouTube,
yeah.
Facebook, when I see the posts, because I've seen a lot of the James Corden, karaoke with Elton John and stuff. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
But I don't, and he talks about that, how that he has no qualms about the fact, or he doesn't try to pretend that people don't find out about his bits through social media. That's how people find out about him, and that's where they really get their notoriety.
We are aware, and we will talk more about this probably later on in the show if we have time.
I'm sure we will.
We got a lot of jam-packed stuff. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will talk to William Cooper live.
Hey.
IPCPR. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Experience the new Henry Clay Warhawk, a robust and complex cigar that's inspired by the rebellious roots of Henry Clay. The first of a 3-part series honoring the life of the great statesman, this cigar is made with the best tobaccos grown and hand-rolled by the Grupo de Maestros at La Flor de Copan in Honduras. And it's not your typical Connecticut. This is a Henry Clay. Stand up, be different, and smoke a Warhawk. Surgeon General warning, cigar smoking can cause cancer to the mouth and throat even if you do not inhale.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. Smoking a cigar is all part of the experience. For me, there's nothing better than gathering with friends after an amazing steak dinner and smoking my GC Signature Series paired with a fine glass of scotch. Good conversation and a few laughs is always better when smoking Christoph. Start enriching your downtime. Go to Christoph.com and click on the Discover Your Christoph tab to find the Christoph cigars that are right for you. Upgrade your downtime with Christoph.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you, so always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
The recently released Perdomo Double-Aged 12-Year Vintage is an extremely rare blend of Perdomo's finest and most cherished 12-year-old fillers, binders, and wrappers. Bale-aged for 10 years and then barrel-aged in bourbon barrels for an additional 2 years, these exquisite Nicaraguan tobaccos are bursting with rich, complex flavors. Offered in Connecticut, sun-grown, or Maduro, available at only 250 authorized tobacconists worldwide, The Perdomo Double Aged 12-year vintage is a must-have for every cigar enthusiast.
Introducing the H. Upmann Connecticut Grupo de Maestro, a redefined Connecticut that exhibits a fuller and deeper flavor, combining over 200 years of cigar making and refinement. The Grupo de Maestros, a brotherhood of master blenders, inspired to create a new definition of a time-honored legend. This collaborative H. Upmann features a robust blend of luscious filler, including a layer of specially cultivated pilotico tobacco for an incomparable rich complexity. The H. Upmann Grupo de Maestros, defined heritage, redefined Connecticut.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
Hey.
Honest Abe is on assignment. We are here broadcasting live on this, the last Saturday of June in the year 2019.
And then you're going to say the obligatory, wow, this year's going by so fast.
I thought about it, but then I said I wasn't going to because I want to move on with the show and, be productive in doing the show.
I'm excited about this because this is a time, well, I've never been to the trade show before, but you have a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of industry people watching the show right now, live from Vegas, which is pretty early there.
Yeah, it's 7:22 West Coast.
So our friend, well, you can do the intro. I'm sorry, I know you were giving me the dirty evil eye.
I was like, well, you just want to lead the show now, Paul? You want to do my job?
Look, you get so upset.
I mean,
relax. Paul! Nobody's gunning after your job. Don't worry.
Please,
I couldn't pull off those bangs if I tried.
Please take my job.
Excuse me, why is Paul talking?
Anyway, live from the Media House, Mr. William Cooper is joining us live from Vegas. Coop, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody.
So who is all at this Media House in Las Vegas?
It's myself and Bear Duplessis and the Developing Palace guys.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
What about Aaron?
Aaron's kind of both. He's Developing Palace and...
okay. Okay, so yeah. Aaron Loomis is there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the glue. Yeah, and the media compound is all Aaron's idea, by the way. He masterminded this, and now everyone's replicating it out here this year.
But I'm confused.
Now, what do you mean by everybody's replicating?
Oh, the protocol guys now have a house. The dojo guys have a house.
Yeah, I saw Juan.
We were doing it last year, is all I'm saying.
Adam is not on social media again, but Juan and the protocol guys posted a photo at the pool, I think at their house in Speedos.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It was disgusting. I don't even know what to say.
You can't unsee that.
Yeah, look, it was from a distance, but it was definitely eye bleach necessary.
Yep. Oh.
Coop, I have a quick question, Coop. Where are you? Because it seems like you're really far from Vegas when I see your posts.
That was true. I was in Mount Charleston for 2 days before I came into Las Vegas. And that's like what I usually do is I like to decompress before I PCR. I did it in Flagstaff the last couple of years.
Right.
This year I went up to Mount Charleston, which is you just want to go to a remote area. That is the place to go because I was at a resort there, and there's nothing for 15 miles radius with this resort. I loved it. I just needed some nice silence and quiet.
A Brooklyn boy in the mountains.
It does sound heavenly.
You dig it, Abin. You definitely would dig it.
Absolutely. So, Coop, last night was the big announcement that unfortunately was not a thing that was kept under wraps.
We found out about it.
We really knew about it. So how did the whole announcement go over last night, and what was your perceived idea of the response?
So, Adam, we were talking about last week how this is a religious war, how people are passionate about this, how everyone has an opinion on this. There's been a lot of vocal debate on this for a week since that leaked out. And when the announcement was made in the general session, there was not one peep. First of all, it wasn't very well attended, right?
I was going to say, because everybody's like, well, we already know the announcement.
Yeah, but there was not one peep. There was not one piece of pushback. It was not from the manufacturing or the retail community. They went radio silent. And you would think on something which is just like something like this,
which has been so very well criticized and discussed online.
Yeah, I understand the retailers are going to have a Q&A during the week, but you would think that someone from the audience would get up there and have the balls to say something. I guess I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay, and they did, and I just, and this is why, if you want to, this is your opportunity, and if you're up there on the stage, you got to be saying, hey, this wasn't that bad actually. We got through this. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. If you wanted a chance to make your opinion heard, you missed the opportunity yesterday. Is all I'm saying. Now the audience wasn't. There were a couple parts where there was some applause. It was a lukewarm applause. It wasn't a rousing applause, but there was not one negative thing out of that audience yesterday, except that they were mumbling under their breath.
So was the announcement just that they're changing the name of the organization and introducing the new brand, or was there more to it?
It was pretty much what was reported. They explained the rationale behind the name change, and then about a half hour into it came the whole topic of cigar
consumers.
Being an extension of that. So that's really what it was. There was some devil of the details. I think that was a little different than what was reported, but for the most part, what was reported by the Half Wheel guys, I would say, was pretty accurate.
Interesting. And so...
they didn't save anything for the announcement. There was nothing that people didn't know.
There was nothing that... Yeah, like I said, there was nothing that... a little more, like, as far as CigarCon goes, they're going to really push back on the retail community to sell the tickets to this thing.
Oh, hell no.
You know how that's going to... Yeah. They're going to put a lot more on the retail. I mean, the case they made was they're trying to go on the offensive against, obviously, the challenges the industry has with the FDA and stuff like that. And that's the case they're making for both PCA and the CigarCon. They had Rocky Patel and Christian up there with them, supporting them on this. They gave a passionate talk to the crowd on that.
Christian Aroa?
Christian Aroa,
okay.
Yes, from CLA. So they made the same case that they feel this needs to be done. And that was it. So they had some people from the manufacturing community up there as far as that goes.
Interesting choice to have Rocky and Christian. I mean, those are two guys who have been in the industry for a long time, have built their own companies from the ground up, and, not like someone like, I'm sure, obviously no one from Davidoff was going to get up there for other reasons that we have on another topic, but...
So did they help orchestrate this? Is that what the thing is? Is that why they were up there? Were they a part of this?
Hold that thought. I like where we're at. We had to cut short because we ran long in the first segment, but we're going to come back. We're going to have more with Coop, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Also, we're going to talk about the top 5 cigars that he is interested in, or was before the trade show, why that was, how he got there, and so much more to come. A lot of interesting topics, what people are talking about with boots on the ground in Vegas. Till then, keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Dan Blunt here for Alec Bradley Cigars. You ever plunk down hard-earned cash for a cigar? You're hoping you just bought yourself a nice drive-through taste town, only to discover you're in the slow lane with a clunker. That sucks. Say goodbye to bad rides. Test drive an Alec Bradley cigar today. At Alec Bradley, they get it. Whether we're talking about life or cigars, it's all about the ride.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100 Perfect Puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo Nicaragua. 2 legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Tobacco legend Julio Aroa and his son, Justo Aroa, bring back the authentic Corojo and Aladino cigars. A true Cuban puro, giving homage to original vintage Vitolas. Aladino cigars are also available in a dark, rich Maduro wrapper. JRE Tobacco has an unwavering commitment for consistency and quality. Experience our commitment to excellence in any one of our 3 lines: the Aladino, the Rancho Luna, and the Tatascan. Light up a JRE cigar today. Visit jretobacco.com.
Cigar enthusiasts, Did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Hoya de Nicaragua proudly announces the release of Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial, a carefully modified recipe containing a unique and exceptional selection of barrel-aged grade A fillers and a beautiful silky shade-grown Habano wrapper. From the legendary Jalapa Valley, produced in small quantities, this exceptional medium to full-bodied cigar will continue to captivate consumers with its rich Nicaraguan complexity, subtle woody and sweet flavors, and a velvety finish. Try a Cuatro Cinco Reserva Especial today.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato Cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato Cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato Cigars.
CLE Cigar Company presents CLE Cigars, Aroa Cigars, and Asylum Cigars. With 4 generations and over 120 years of experience in tobacco. From seed to smoke, these cigars are produced in Honduras and Nicaragua with the utmost care and precision possible. CLE Cigar Company introduces a vast array of tobaccos in various sizes to bring the highest quality of premium tobacco direct for your enjoyment. Visit clecigars.com for more information.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Making money never hurts.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul the producer.
Hey, he's here in spirit, Honest Abe.
Honest Abe here in spirit, on assignment still.
I think he's actually on a plane, and you should see the... Oh, not now?
Not yet.
Oh, okay, because the weather out here is insane right now. Thunder, lightning, wind. It's going to be a fun plane ride back.
Is it very, very frightening you? Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening.
I didn't even get that.
Really?
Escaramia. Okay.
No? Did that go over your head too, Colin?
It did.
Okay, man. I was trying.
I bet Coop got it.
Probably. And on the phone live from Las Vegas, Mr. William Cooper.
Good morning.
So, Coop, before we went to break, we were talking about the response of people about the announcement of the PCA CigarCon, how apparently the new PCA association is going to expect the retailers to sell tickets to CigarCon, and how no one was really got upset, anything, shook their fist in anger, but all just muttered under their breath because, well, I just think nobody has any balls to do it, and then everyone's afraid of any backlash from any manufacturer or other person that might look bad on them. But you mentioned that Rocky and Christian were on the stage during the announcement, but were there not any retailers up there?
Yes, there were. Okay. Scott Regina and Phil Ledbetter. Scott Regina from Emerson Cigars and Phil Ledbetter from Uptown Cigars. So they were both up there as well.
Both current members of the board of the new PCA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're both current members of the board. Obviously, Rocky's been involved with boards on there. Christian, I'm not sure if he's a board member. I don't think he's a board member, but he's been active with the organization. So, yeah.
All right. So obviously, I think we've touched on this. Any other thoughts on what's going to happen or what people are thinking at this point on this new PCA merger?
As far as I think this, we had a press conference afterwards with the media, and I'll give the IPCPR credit. They're transparent on things. Scott Pierce is the director. Mm-hmm. He's very transparent, and there's questions that I think still have to be answered on the financial viability of this thing for sure. Which, as far as budget goes, they were kind of saying, there's a lot of things that still need to be worked out. But I'm going to say that they're going forward with this. they spent marketing dollars doing these promotional videos, talking about the future of PCA. I mean, these were really well done things.
Right, so they're not asking, they're telling.
This is going forward. This is going, and I'm telling you, if there was a chance to stop it yesterday, the opportunity is gone. I'll just tell you that straight out. The opportunity is gone. This is happening.
Okay. All right. So moving on, the other day you came out with a list of the top 5 cigars you were anticipating at the trade show.
We were talking about this last night while smoking cigars and drinking.
Yes.
You're drinking a lovely beverage.
Yes. A lovely beer, double IPA.
Adams Brew, which, Coop, you got to try. We got to get you down here to try it before it's all gone.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about. I think I'm going to be down there very soon, so we'll definitely talk about it.
Oh, great!
To try that. Yeah,
I'm running out of kegs though. You might have to hurry.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. So, how did you compile
first?
So, how did you compile this list, and how did you get to this decision on these top 5 cigars?
Okay, so this is what this list is not. This is not a list of what I want to smoke. Mm-hmm. It's not a list of what I think the best cigars are. It's what I think are going to be the cigars that are going to see a lot of sales. So I look at it because that's what this show is about. It's a buying show. And I've seen a lot of media guys, they do the things they talk about. Yeah, this is the stuff I'm looking forward to smoking, or this is, I think, this is the best cigars, for sure that are going to come out. No, it's strictly about this, where I look at the sales piece of it. And there's some criteria with it. Like the big criteria is you have to basically show the cigar in its entirety. Like you don't have to do a formal press release, but you got to show the packaging of the cigar. If you're not going to tell me what the packaging looks like, if you're not going to tell me much about the blend, you ain't making this list. I got to know it. I got to be educated on this cigar because that's what I'm going to determine if it's going to sell or not.
I got to tell you, as someone who has attended the show, and I find it interesting that the idea of trying to figure out what is going to sell. I got to tell you, that's half the job of a person who works in retail. And 9 times out of 10, I'm wrong.
Me too. I've been about 50-50 over the years with this. I've had some ones that have missed, and I've had some ones that done really well.
Coop, if you had gotten...
D'Amato, for example, I thought it was going to be incredible, and long term it missed,
If you could get your rate up to like 60 or 75%, you could make millions telling other retailers what's going to hit, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Get that average up.
I got to get there, But it's hard to do. It's very hard to go through this exercise.
110%, because, there's a million other factors that go into it, and it's just, sometimes it's just, we're just completely wrong.
So let's get into it. What were the cigars?
So starting at number 5, I had the Acid 20. Now you say, why is Acid making the list? Well, Acid sells a lot of cigars. In this country, and what they put forward. This is the 20th anniversary of Acid. The presentation of that cigar is something different than what people have in their humidors, or retailers have in their humidors as far as Acid goes. And Acid's got a good track record. For that audience, Acid delivers. And I think anyone who's retailers who are carrying Acid are going to want to have that Acid 20 in their humidor.
And and like you're saying, it's going to sell.
It's an Acid. People who like Acid probably go after it.
Yeah.
Number 4?
So number 4 was, I actually put Pete Johnson's Mexican Experiment, the ME now it's called, the Tatuai ME. And look, when Mexican Experiment came out, this is going back 8 years ago, 2011, it was a very limited cigar. It was regionally distributed, but it was one of Pete Johnson's more anticipated. It was one of his more cult following releases. It had a huge following. It's being made available on a limited basis, and they're going to come out with a second cigar called the ME2, which is going to be regular production. So the Tatuai ME is going to be limited, but everyone can get it at the show. The ME2 is going to be the ongoing production. But I think everyone's going to want to get that Tatuai ME if you're a retailer. This is you've heard about it. Here's your shot to get it and have it in the humidor right now.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week.
Yeah, everybody's limited edition Tatuajes are always a hot commodity.
Yeah, and I think Pete needs to kind of re-energize some a little bit, and I think that's a great way to re-energize one of his most cult-following releases.
Absolutely. All right, so at number 3.
Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Silver Mesa Brulee. That's Saka's long-anticipated Connecticut Shade. So, from the Saka fanboys, they want to see him do a Connecticut Shade because he hasn't done it before.
The Saka fanboys. I'm waiting for that cigar. I mean, Listen, Coop, you always give Saka a hard time about his posts, but I don't know. I've been reading about it. I smoked a Sin Compromiso last night, actually, with Adam, and I'm looking forward to that cigar.
Yeah, and no, I am too. And look, Steve's always like, I don't know who's going to like this cigar, but he's confident about this one. But here's the other thing.
Yeah, maybe that's a bad sign.
Yeah, Connecticut. You get a good Connecticut shade cigar in the market, you're going to sell a lot of cigars.
Right.
Saka's opportunity to go do this. He's got a little bit of a wider appeal right now. He's going to be competing against Monte Cristo White. So it's not going to be easy. But I think there's probably good buzz about Saka, and now he has a great opportunity for him to get away from just being like a cigar that all his base has and expand that base right now.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right. Number 2.
This is my surprise pick.
Okay.
This one, a lot of people push back a little. Balmoral, which is a brand from Royal Agio Cigars, has a cigar called the Series Signatures Paso Doble, which is a collaboration they're doing with Lito Gomez. And, Lito doesn't do a lot of collaboration.
Nope.
And in fact, the last one he did was with Christian Aroa, the Face Off one, which is, you got to go back about 15 years ago with that.
Oh, wow.
So, again, LaFleur has a very passionate fan base. They love Lito. In fact, you can argue that LaFleur's fan base has been around longer than Steve Saka's. People are going to want to see what they're doing with Royal Agio, and the presentation on that cigar is nothing short of spectacular. They really presented this well. I think it's a great opportunity for Royal Agio cigars right now to kind of knock it out of the park.
Okay, it'll be interesting to see. Balmoral is
our friend Zev and Heather.
Zev can make some magic happen.
Tickle.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I feel like there should be a drum roll of some timpani.
Yeah, timpani. Yeah.
Hear it first with Cigar Coop.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
KMA
the Roma
Talk
Craft
Radio.
The Roma Craft.
Yeah, Roma Craft got a cigar called the Baca. It's a Cameroon cigar. And here's the thing. Look, everyone wants to see what Roma Craft could do with a Cameroon wrapper. On top of that, they haven't had a U.S. They haven't unveiled a U.S. release at IPCPR nationally for a long time, about 4 or 5 years. Neanderthal was the last one they did. Now, they've had releases, right? They've done Wonderlust for Europe. They did the Whiskey Rebellion, which was, even though they brought it to the show, it was something that was originally only available through Famous Smoke Shop. Baca is going to be available to U.S. retailers. So it's something very new from Roma Craft. They want to see what he's going to, Skip Martin.
So maybe we can get Skip to come on the show to talk about it now.
Yeah, I hope so.
I highly doubt it.
Maybe on a day that Abe's flight is delayed, he'll come in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, you can't argue. Roma Craft is, they're a boutique that's a mature boutique right now. They're stretching out, they're still a small company, but they've made a lot of penetration into the market right now. And this is going to be, I think every Roma Craft dealer is going to be trying to get this cigar, and we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a big hit for them.
He's got a lot of hype on social media too, to be honest. Skip's done pretty well at getting that brand out there on social media, so people do talk about it.
He's out there every day.
Yeah.
And that's why I got to give him credit. And that's why, the protocol guys are out there every day, but Skip Martin's been out there every day since 2012. And I'm not just talking about his political stuff, right? We all bust on him about that.
Right.
But no, the Roma Craft pick of the day, he is showing, the whole Roma Craft story. And, he busted on me about the whole teaser stuff, right? And I kind of said, yeah, you do a lot of teasing. But what he explained to me is he likes telling the story of its brand from the conceptual phase right up until its release. And it's not really teasing; it's kind of taking you along for a journey, and I kind of respect that.
Because it's not a tease, because it's actually something that's going to happen, and he's not.
And he's transparent. If you ask him a question, he'll answer that question. So
right.
I gotta give him credit on that.
Well, hopefully, one of the things we're seeing on the Facebook comments now, Jeff just mentioned he loves the cigars, but it's hard to get them. So hopefully, this will be a cigar that'll be more readily available to guys like Jeff that like the cigars, but that just can't find them in a lot of places.
Yeah, I don't want to say I don't want to. I'm not sure how the distribution is going to. It's going to be more limited. This is going to be an annual limited release, and only 2 sizes are coming out for at least this year. So I don't know how it's going to work, how the allocations work. I don't want to try to speak to that because I don't know.
Right.
So, Coop, so far? Obviously, it's early, and the show officially hasn't kicked off yet. But what is everybody talking about as well at this point that you've heard?
Well, IPCPR sent out a very ill-advised email to the to the media, right? Which was 48 hours before the trade show. They basically were, kind of telling media, don't interrupt business to conduct your interviews, and where possible, take your interviews off the trade show floor after hours.
Whoa.
And that has sent out a fire, and that has sent out a firestorm with the media right now. And I don't know how to justify. I mean, it was an ill-advised email to do that. Is all I'm going to say is, and they reignited a whole controversy with the media that I thought was long gone, and it's now erupted again.
Wow, I did not know about that.
Now, they didn't ban it. I want to make it clear. They didn't say you can't do it. They're like, when possible, take your interviews and do them off the trade show floor so they can do business. And I think everyone in the media understands that the show is for business transactions.
Right.
But, there's guys who do video. I mean, the guys like Stogie Review, the Cigar Federation guys.
Half Wheel.
Yeah, Half Wheel. But, these guys have done video. There wouldn't be a Consumer Day. You wouldn't be talking Consumer Day if it wasn't for these guys doing video showing what it was like on the trade show floor.
Right.
I mean, they set the table for you. And to send that out, I mean, I don't want to say, there are guys who, like, why did we come? Why do you want to alienate the media? IPCPR can't get out of their own way sometimes. They love having this controversy and distractions. They feed on it. And now from Coop, we don't do a lot of interviews at the trade show, so I'm not as upset. But I don't like my colleagues that we're dealing with that. Have to deal with this right now, and it's getting them upset.
Well, you want to talk to a manufacturer for 5 minutes, let's say, for a quick video clip. How hard is it going to be to get that manufacturer to get off the floor? To step away from his business instead of taking 3 or 4 quick minutes to just talk on camera on the trade show floor. On top of what you're saying, that the allure is seeing the trade show floor.
Yeah, and Paul, look at the Great Smoke is a great example of that.
Mm-hmm.
How hard it is at the Great Smoke, and now you're dealing with major sales.
Right.
You're dealing with major volumes of sales with retailers. It was just ill-advised. I mean, I think I don't think they put a new rule. I mean, it's always been the advice. The rule of thumb is don't interrupt business. Don't interrupt business, and we've always tried to respect that. And I think there was some problems with the media in the early days. That seemed like it's been resolved for a while. I think IPCR and the media has had this good relationship, and then an email goes out like that. I cannot understand for the life of me why they would send that email out 48 hours before the trade show.
Stirring the pot.
They feed on these distracts, and if it wasn't meant to be like that, guess what? It's very simple. Send an apology.
That's not going to happen.
All right, yeah. Coop, we know you got to go. Head over to the Sands and get in there for the opening of everything. Thank you for calling in. I look forward to hearing your other thoughts after the show and everything else, but thanks for calling in this morning, buddy.
Thanks, Coop.
Anytime. Thanks for the opportunity. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, sounds good. Make sure you check out cigar-coop.com for all the latest news, reviews, and he'll have a lot of quality content about things that happened at the trade show, things he saw, and cigars that are coming out.
And we'll post the Scoop with Coop from this week as well, so
Absolutely.
You can see all the latest news. But he pretty much gave it to us now, which is cool.
We talked about the big things, and we got the big stuff out of the way. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have more here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hi, this is Nish Patel from Rocky Patel Premium Cigars. I want to introduce you to this beautiful new cigar we introduced at the IPCPR show called Tavacusa. Beautiful San Andreas wrapper on it, double binder, double ligero. When you smoke it, you get a lot of chocolate, espresso notes, medium to full-bodied. Go to your local brick and mortar, try the cigar, you won't be disappointed. All I can say, it's got the wow factor.
When Dominican passion, artistry, and skill combine with 114 years of family legacy, you don't have just a cigar. You have the cigar. Whether you love the mild, flavorful La Aurora 1987 Connecticut, the spicy 1962 Corojo, or the always smooth, sweet La Aurora 1903 Cameroon, you aren't just enjoying a part of history. You're lighting your own legacy. Be a part of something. Look to the lion. La Aurora Cigars, king of the pride since 1903.
Look
Looking for something unique and awesome? Smoke Oscar Valderas cigars. 2012 Connecticut, 2012 Corojo, 2012 Maduro, the Oscar Habano, the Oscar Maduro, My Way, and our latest creation, Oscar Valderas Cicerone Edition. A great cigar that comes in 5 different collectible boxes with an amazing exclusive artwork. Remember, Oscar has something unique and awesome waiting for you. Ask for Oscar Cigars in your favorite cigar shop.
Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust and its master ligador, Steve Saka, is crafting the very finest cigars available today. One such brand is his Mi Querida, a robust, extremely flavorful liga, comprised of rich Nicaraguan leaf hand-rolled in a 100% naturally fermented, heavily broadleaf capa. Earthy and dense, with a long-lasting, slightly dirty finish, Mi Querida is delightfully lush and full-bodied on the palate, offering an extremely satisfying experience for the most passionate of cigar smokers. Ask your tobacconist for Mi Querida today.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
I'm wrong sometimes.
Wow, that's quality. Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K. the Brewmeister. We are here broadcasting live on this lovely Saturday morning where it is balmy and drizzly, I guess, where I can see from the barely window I have here.
I'm nervous about what you were saying while I wasn't here. Oh my God, I'm so out of shape.
Yeah, we've been over that, Paul. You should really go on a diet.
That was, I didn't really run, but I did.
I tried to tell you, like, you shouldn't have gone.
I know, but I wasn't going to leave him out there. It's raining so hard.
Just tell John to go.
He wasn't there.
Oh, he wasn't there? Oh, that's even worse.
The 1 minute when
time
John's
we need him,
not there.
when we have to get our second guest to come in, who's going to come in, and we're going to have Steve.
What does a heart attack feel like?
From Monkey in Paradise Vodka. Well, usually it starts up your left arm, if I'm not mistaken, and then it starts in your left arm. You can feel it from there. Or is that a stroke?
So,
is that
I don't know.
Or a heart attack?
Listen, let me just say this. I used to be, I wasn't like a super physically fit guy, but I used to run a couple days a week and sometimes lift, but not a lot. When I was younger, I used to lift weights a little bit.
Oh, that is such bullcrap.
I did, I swear. But now, I said to Evan Darnell when he was here, the Secretary of State from the Red Meat Lovers Club, I respect him so much for having 2 children and being able to I mean, he obviously lifts a little bit. He's a big guy. I don't
and he
understand.
is the record for the most, deadlift or something in the state of Florida.
And he had the widest neck in Jersey or something like that.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't understand where people find the time. I have one kid, and I work all day. I come home, I take care of him. Once he's in bed at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, I do not have energy for anything.
Well, that's because you're out of shape.
I guess so, but it's an endless cycle to get back into shape. And in Florida, you have to run at night, or you run in a gym.
Now you know.
Right. Well, that's true, especially now at this time of the year.
Yeah, when it's 100 degrees and 80% humidity, you can't run at all. But I have so much more respect for people that can do that have kids, that still stay in shape, that work full-time jobs, that I don't know how they do it.
Or there could be the respect for those of us who choose not to do any of those things and just be single. Right, Colin?
High five! But do you work out?
I do 12-ounce curls.
What's it? Like beer?
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, so you don't do any kind of aerobic activity or any kind of lifting or push-ups or sit-ups or anything like that?
No.
Well, that calls for a beer.
Yes, it does. Oh, yes.
Don't you think as a single guy, it's your obligation to stay in... Like, when I was single, I tried to stay in shape as much as possible.
No.
See, but that's why... I don't want to get into this, but we talked about this last night.
We don't have enough time to get into this, but make sure you check out the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page for all the great content. If you missed any part of the show, you can always watch the video feedback that is there right as the show is over, or the podcast that goes up on Monday on wherever you get your podcast, which primarily is just iTunes.
It should be iTunes.
Just iTunes, because SoundCloud won't let us on.
You can always go to our website too, kmatalkradio.com, and all the archives are up there as well.
You can win a fantastic Zycar Turum double silver lighter this week if you go to the caption contest and post your best caption on the post of the Fireworks. Definitely Fireworks. Or cast your vote in this week's poll about your favorite current late night television host. Paul, do you have a favorite?
You know, I'd have to say I love Fallon. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love him.
Boo.
But I love the musical stuff with Corden, and I think he's more my kind of guy. Like, he's like a musical theater, comedy, improv type guy, and that's my world. That's where I come from.
He's definitely the one that is doing a lot of other stuff because he has the other show he's got on CBS now, and he's also producing a couple other shows, and he's also the guy who hosted the Tonys this year.
And so is Kimmel, by the way. Kimmel's producing so much.
Oh, yeah, and not to mention he just opened a comedy club in Las Vegas.
That is a model of his house, of his bar in his house. Did you know that?
That part I did not know.
So apparently Kimmel showed the guys the plans and pictures of his home bar and just said, hey, I like this style. I want it to look something like this style. They made it exact. It's apparently an exact replica. So people that are friends with Kimmel that go into the comedy club, they walk in and they're like, what the hell am I looking at?
Am I in Jimmy's house?
Yeah, this is Jimmy's bar.
Huh.
So
interesting.
Apparently that's his... I don't know if it was his idea or not. That's the story he tells. That he said, I like this style, and they replicated it completely.
Okay.
And exactly.
Well, that's a fun bit of trivia, and now you know.
And now, the one time Colin doesn't play it. There we go.
And now you know.
And knowing is half the battle. All right, we have to take another break. When we come back, at the top of the hour, we're going to talk to Steve from Monkey in Paradise Vodka. And hey, it's always fun when we get a little sloppy, get a little sauce in us, here on KMA Talk Radio. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Great and fun times are always made better with great food. Come experience the new menu by Rum Shack at the world-famous Spearmint Rhino in West Palm Beach, featuring exciting new and delicious offerings. Experience their 1-pound New York strip steak special for just under $15 daily until 10 p.m. Enjoy a fine lunch without breaking your wallet every Tuesday and Saturday from their $7 lunch menu. No matter the time or day, the kitchen is open till close at Spearmint Rhino, West Palm Beach.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit realclipsbarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, clipsbarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Keep it lit with KMA Talk Radio.
Cigar Fairy's making rounds.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
a brand more than 100 years in the making. Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Tapsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit sindicato.com.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat? It's your funeral. That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars. What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd. Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're going to need all the help you can get. Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those. Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game. I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom. Ooh, that's cold.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Quality and value are always the two biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit RealClipsBarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, ClipsBarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Hey, Kemosabe. Dan Blunt here for Alec Bradley Cigars. Do you really want to hear another cigar ad that talks about wrappers and fillers and binders and aging and ratings? Blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Smoke it. Enjoy it. Spend an hour with it, and you'll be one happy camper. That's all you need to know. We'll talk to you again real soon.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation.
We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year, That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
Follow the legend to Nicaragua. The Monte Cristo Nicaragua series is the latest addition to the extraordinary legacy of Monte Cristo. Blended in Nicaragua, the balance of this cigar is undeniable. And now it's been awarded a top 10 cigar of 2018 by Cigar Aficionado. This exquisite and complex 100 Perfect Puro uses only the best tobacco, combining body and flavor for a stellar appearance. A unique smoking experience that is now a top 10 cigar of the year. Monte Cristo Nicaragua. 2 legends coming together to create one legendary cigar.
Since the dawn of time, the universe has been constantly evolving. Now experience the evolution of flavor. Sindicato cigars, available in Ecuadorian shade-grown Corojo and San Andres Marron wrappers, are beautifully crafted by master blender Arsenio Ramos. Using a double-leaf binder and meticulously box-pressed, Sindicato cigars provide the perfect draw to deliver the evolved flavors you won't soon forget. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Sindicato cigars.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live here in lovely West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm Adam K., the Brewmeister.
You're so happy all of a sudden.
Well,
I wonder why.
Because
show everybody what's in your hand.
Hello. Hi. I'm Adam K., the Brewmeister, and this is a Moscow Mule at 11:06 in the morning. Because why the hell not?
Ooh, that's a recipe for trouble.
It's listen. So we love having brand reps in here, and the last couple times we've had reps from other liquor companies, Abe hasn't been able to drink at all.
Yeah.
So it's been more and more exciting, and I think Adam's giving me a little bit of his. I look forward to this when I know we're gonna have a rep on. Like all week now, I look forward to Saturday morning drinking.
Yes, and we are pleased to welcome to KMA Talk Radio Mr. Steve Lachowicz of Monkey in Paradise Vodka. Steve, welcome to KMA Talk Radio.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Fantastic. Don't be afraid of the mic. Feel free, move as
Get
you
nice
need.
and close.
Get nice and close. Don't be afraid of it. It's your friend. It'll be very good. So, Steve, how long has Monkey in Paradise been around? And this is actually a local vodka.
Local vodka. We are based right here in West Palm Beach, and it's been on the market just about 4 years now.
Oh, really?
2015.
Okay.
We've heard about it once before, Adam.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somebody mentioned it to us. I'm just gonna get it real close.
There you go. Right.
Real
Nice.
close, uncomfortably close.
Feel uncomfortably close to the microphone. It's your friend. It'll be good. Yes. So, how did this vodka get started, and what compelled you guys to start a vodka in South Florida? That sounds like a strange thing to do.
Yeah, seriously.
It is exactly that. As you see, we use the markers that we have here, our little monkeys, our 3 founders. This is how the whole company started, with these little markers.
With just little marker monkeys.
Different colors. They would go out to the bars after having their pregame at their apartment, and they'd use these to mark whose drink was whose when they got to the bar.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, so just for their sake.
Just for their sake. That's it.
That was their own little thing.
Yeah, they'd be out at the bar, and people would see them around with different colored monkeys, and they'd ask the bartenders, how come I didn't get a monkey? We don't know. Go ask those guys.
Those weird guys brought their own monkeys, okay?
Exactly.
And how did they make the monkeys? Or did they just find them randomly somewhere?
They originally found them online, and then they went on to call themselves Monkeys in Paradise, living in South Florida. And they branded their own with their name and insignia on it, and started from there. But at that point, they had a little bit of a lifestyle brand and an idea, but no product.
Okay.
So they did some research, and they found that not only was there not a serious spirit in the state of Florida, there wasn't a corn vodka made in the state of Florida.
Oh.
And also the vodka line was really stale in the attitude and the culture behind the brand. It was always the old, we've been doing this for 150 years. We've been doing this for 250 years. Well, we're going to start doing it now. We're going to start doing it our way. And that's where Monkey in Paradise was born from.
Now, did these guys have any experience making products before, or even in the creation of things, or in culinary world or anything?
Not at all.
Or in manufacturing?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nope, they were in the tech world.
They were in the tech world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had a lot of experience drinking, I'm sure.
Yep, that was their longest experience, probably since they were, 16, 17 years old.
Off the record,
they experienced vodka very, very much, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yes. Absolutely.
So tell us about what we're drinking right now, Steve.
So we made for you this morning a Moscow Mule. It's our Monkey in Paradise vodka, some fresh lime juice, and ginger beer.
Absolutely. Nothing like a fresh Moscow Mule, which has been one of those hot drinks of the last couple of years.
Yeah.
People have really been into that Moscow Mule and just the mule in general and doing takeoffs of the mule. So tell us about the product itself. What sets Monkey in Paradise apart from other vodkas?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Monkey in Paradise, we are distilled 7 times and then also carbon filtered 7 times.
Whoa.
Where most vodkas on the market, you'll find maybe up to 6 times distilled, but usually only 1 or 2 times carbon filtered. So we really push it beyond that with filtering it each time we distill it. So you get 7/7 with distillations and carbon filters.
And what does that do? Does that just take out more and more impurities each time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The impurities in the water, the sulfites, the natural minerals that are in the water, it helps pull them out. Where vodka's supposed to be your, odorless, tasteless
base
spirit.
Right.
We wanted to get as close to that as chemically possible.
Okay. Now, what is the ABV on this?
40%, 80 proof.
80 proof.
Yeah.
And it is gluten-free. Nothing like a
Gluten-free.
quality gluten-free
Well, now,
product
wait,
for our
that's a
gluten
question
people.
I have. Is all vodka gluten-free?
No.
Exactly. But this is from corn. So even if we only distilled it 1 or 2 times, it would still be considered gluten-free.
Now, if it was potato vodka, it could never be gluten-free? Is that?
Well, also, if you're using, our friends from Russian Standard, they use winter wheat. So wheat,
the wheat is the part.
The wheat
I
is
understand.
the part of it that makes it non-gluten-free.
Oh, yeah, I guess potatoes wouldn't have. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay.
So not like our good gluten-free
Yeah,
friends.
that gluten-free line that we all love. But even beyond that, we're also sugar-free and carb-free, which is a big thing right now because the keto diet is really hot, and Monkey in Paradise is keto approved.
Oh, where's Juan Cancel? Juan Cancel, if you're listening, he's probably hungover in a room in Vegas right now.
He's probably trying to get set up in the booth right now because
Look,
the show's probably going to open. In
Adam and I are drinking keto right now, man. Just for you.
Keto vodka. I'm on a diet.
Our friend that owns a cigar company, Protocol Cigars. He's keto, so he lost 60 pounds, 70 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
So far, he's still going apparently.
Also, still doesn't look good in a Speedo, but that's a callback to the first hour of the show.
Dude, in my best shape ever, I never look good in a Speedo. Have you ever worn a Speedo?
Hell no. Have you?
Yes, on a dare.
On a dare, but did you have to go out in public with this?
At a beach. At a beach on Long Island.
At a beach on Long Island. And how long did you have to stay at this beach?
The day when we were there.
The day.
Yep.
An entire day.
I wore a towel a lot. I put the towel over me quite a bit. But yeah, it was a dare. I didn't care. I was young. I was in good shape then,
You didn't.
My belly didn't hang over the Speedo like it would now.
Did you shave your back before you did this?
I always shave my back when I go to the beach.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Steve, have you ever worn a Speedo?
Nope.
All right.
Well, not in public.
Not okay.
Oh, well, see? Listen, what you do in your own house is, none of our business, I guess. But
Absolutely not. I don't want to know what you do in your own house.
Steve, do we have time for me to ask him another question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Steve, how did you, so your background, because we always like to learn about the people involved in brands. So you are a brand ambassador for the local area here. So how did you get into this business? Were you in the liquor business before?
I was in the restaurant business. I've
Really?
been in the restaurant business in Palm Beach County for 18 years.
Oh, wow.
I moved down from New York originally. And then
Where in New York?
Westchester County.
Oh, a Westchester boy. I'm from Long Island.
Okay.
So we're supposed to not like each other, but you seem cool.
Nah, it works out. Come on. Actually,
I'll just sit here and let you guys New York out.
Right, there you go.
And just ignore it.
The suburbs collide here.
And one of our founders, Seth Goldberg, who I met a couple years ago, and that's how I wound up getting involved with the company this past year, is actually from New York also.
Oh, okay.
He's a Rockland County guy.
Okay.
So we met
a little bit further north.
Yeah, we met up in our through friends working at bars and restaurants in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
And when the time came, he said, "Listen, we need somebody that has the
These
background
connections
in the restaurant world in Palm Beach County and in the area. why don't you come on board with us?
So were you a vodka guy before?
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up in the restaurant business, you just have your stints. It's kind of like the seasons.
Right.
You know?
This time of year,
summertime comes around, I'm drinking this.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you get tired of it, you move on to something else.
I say that about scotch.
That is a really good way to put it, because it is kind of like a seasonal thing of like, oh, well, okay, and I guess now it's time to drink something that I can put ice in. So now it's my gin and tonic time, or here is the time of the year where it's a quality time for a good scotch.
And that's why a Moscow Mule, I mean, obviously vodka is one of the most versatile, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I've had half a glass already, of versatile liquors out there, spirits out there. But a Moscow Mule, to me, is a perfect South Florida drink because it is refreshing. It's not too heavy. It's light. I always enjoy it.
That little hint of lime, little ginger in there.
Vivacious.
Do you have a preference on the type of ginger beer?
We use Barrett's today.
Okay.
I do prefer that. And Q is a company that also makes a very good one.
Really?
But
Okay.
I try to find ones that have a little more in the ginger side to them than the sugary side.
Okay.
Because you really don't want that sweetness in it.
Right. You want
to have that bite of ginger along with that lime juice that really keeps it refreshing, like you said, in a nice warm setting. You got an ice cold ginger beer, ice cold mug, and some good vodka, and your day is pretty much set.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to have more with Steve when we come back here on KMA Talk Radio, and I'm going to need a refill soon. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Hey, Kimasabi. Dan Blunt here for Alec Bradley Cigars. Do you really want to hear another cigar ad that talks about wrappers and fillers and binders and aging and ratings? Blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, pick up an Alec Bradley cigar. Smoke it. Enjoy it. Spend an hour with it, and you'll be one happy camper. That's all you need to know. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Plasencia Cigars has been one of the world's leading growers of first-class tobacco since 1865. Today, Nestor Plasencia Sr., together with the fifth generation of the Plasencia family, continue the legacy. With over 3,000 acres of quality tobacco fields, they are makers of quality cigars, including Alma Fuerte, ranked among the top 10 cigars in major publications. Find them in your local premium tobacconist stores around the country. Plasencia Cigars, perfected for more than 150 years. Yours to enjoy now.
Hello, this is Glenn Case, owner of Christoph Cigars. Smoking a cigar is all part of the experience. For me, there's nothing better than gathering with friends after an amazing steak dinner and smoking my GC Signature Series paired with a fine glass of scotch. Good conversation and a few laughs is always better when smoking Christoph. Start enriching your downtime. Go to Christoph.com and click on the Discover Your Christoph tab to find the Christoph cigars that are right for you. Upgrade your downtime with Christoph.
Ventura Cigar Company is a boutique cigar brand born in sunny Southern California. Ventura Cigar Company is on a mission to create memorable, complex cigar blends that excite the senses and reward discriminating palates. Experience the Cigar Aficionado number 13 Cigar of the Year, the Archetype Axis Mundi. Rise up, step up, look up, fire up, and leave compromise behind with Ventura Cigar Company. Check them out online at venturacigar.com.
Make your next bold journey an epic one. When it comes to cigars, only one brand delivers intense, unforgettable experiences: Camacho. In continuing this fearless tradition, Camacho brings you the newest addition to its arsenal of badass, the new Camacho BXP. Intense, box-pressed, and crafted with rugged American broadleaf fillers from Pennsylvania. Available in Connecticut, Corojo, and Ecuador. Outfit your next bold journey with the new Camacho BXP.
Want to be in the know and lift your cigar game? Join the Monte Cristo Social Club and stay connected with the latest cigar news. Discover events near you and see what's trending. The Monte Cristo Social Club is the place to stay connected to get the inside scoop and feel like an industry insider. Members can look forward to exclusive members-only benefits, special discounts, and details on how to gain VIP access to some of the most extravagant cigar events. New members receive an exclusive gift just for signing up. The Monte Cristo Social Club. Get in the know.
Since their humble beginnings in 1998, Drew Estate has believed that the production floor is the crossroads between art and passion, and where the real magic takes place. Drew Estate Master Blender Willie Herrera has crafted a unique medium-bodied line extension that is creamy, lush, and ultra-smooth, and finished off with a flawless shade wrapper that delivers satisfaction in spades. Continuing the story from their factory floor, it is with great bravado that the Drew Estate presents Under Crown Shade, a true Drew experience.
Bold and complex. That is the new Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta. Using the very best San Andres wrapper leaf available in the market, Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez collaborated together to create a new standard among San Andres cigars. Medium to full-bodied, this cigar is bountiful in both flavor and aroma. Available nationally for the first time, Romeo San Andres is a cigar you do not want to miss. Make sure to get one today at your local tobacconist. Romeo San Andres by Romeo Julieta.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
This is actually a really good looking product. So what I have no question.
I love that clip so much.
Colin, I need you to download and email that to me because I need that as a ringtone. I'm going to need that as a ringtone on my phone. Can we get that in an MP3?
Yeah, I can convert it for you if you
Good.
can't.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Someone please send that to me. That is going to be his new ringtone on my phone. Because it's
great.
much better than the atomic alarm sound that currently goes off whenever he calls me. But anyway, welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I'm Adam K. the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
Dude, let me just tell you something.
Yeah.
When you have a kid and you don't drink as much as you used to, like I'm almost done with
I'm
this
surprised
drink.
you don't drink more because you have the kid.
You don't have time, dude. You can't be drunk carrying a baby around. He's not walking yet.
Get a little wine sloppy. That's all there is.
No,
Come on,
it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. You'll see. Well, no, you won't see someday.
No, I will
hopefully.
not.
For the sake of all of us, don't.
For the sake of all
procreate.
humanity, I will not procreate.
But it's.
Let it go forth as a declaration from today and so forth for all eternity.
When I have one of
success,
I buy a lot of that Barrel of Monks beer because our friend Kevin comes on all the time, and when I drink 2 of those beers, I'm done for the night now. I have 2 of those like triples. I'm done.
BT Dubs, you should call Kevin. They have a big event coming up at the end of the next month.
All right, I talked to him quite a bit. He's got a son almost the same age as mine.
Yeah.
You don't care?
No, I don't. But because we have Steve here from Monkey in Paradise Vodka. And we're enjoying these.
It looks like Steve's making you another drink or something.
Are you? Oh,
you could bring it up. So you can do it right there, man. Please.
Do it
That's
on
the
camera.
bartenders.
Absolutely.
That's the bartenders center.
He's got the bartender thing going on. Everything. All right. Yes, I have this lovely Moscow Mule in front of me.
It's delicious.
It's wonderful.
Let me get it. Let me get a good shot of that. Now these are traditionally it would be. I mean, it just has to be metal, right, to keep it cool. So these are what, aluminum?
Those are stainless steel.
Oh, they're stainless steel.
And generally, they are stainless steel with a copper coating on the outside.
So they look copper.
So they look copper.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense because I have copper ones, or what I thought were copper ones, but on the inside I started to see that it's scraping a little bit and it's silver under there. Okay, because copper is super expensive.
Yeah, so they're usually just a stainless steel that's copper lined.
Now, what about when you make a mint julep? Is that has to be stainless steel or tin or?
Same thing. It's usually in a copper, but it's just not a mug. It's usually the little fluted glass that you traditionally see.
And usually with way too much ice.
So do you? No,
Crushed
I love
ice.
I love them. So do you consider yourself a mixologist?
Not really. I mean, I enjoy making drinks and messing with different things, but I wouldn't call myself a mixologist. There's people that we know in the business that are mixologists.
Right.
And
We've had a couple of them
me.
on before. It's an interesting profession for
So
sure.
My question is, how much distillation are you guys doing on a regular basis? What is your annual production?
About 9,000 cases.
Oh wow.
We go through. So we're cranking along.
That's not a small processing. Like that's big deals, right?
Yeah. Not anymore. I mean, it started out small. Like I said, the 3 founders right here in Palm Beach County, pretty much homegrown. They did a lot of their own legwork. Now that we're spreading into a national brand, we're in 16 states.
And in such a short period of time.
Well, now, are we talking like all localized states, or is there like a span of like differentiating states, or is it like all up the East Coast?
Right.
Or
a little bit of both. We hit target markets and then worked from Florida, spreading up the East Coast. you obviously deal with a couple things when you get into South Carolina and North Carolina. Those are control states, so they're a little harder to get into.
Okay.
So we're not into North Carolina yet. That's a little further
Which
down
I think
the line.
like a lot of the laymen don't understand, like, when you decide to try to get your product into a different state, it's a lot. You have to really, it's a lot of legwork, and it's a lot of paperwork and everything else. And, like, it costs money to get your alcohol in a different state when crossing state lines.
Oh, yeah. Every state is regulated separately.
Mm-hmm.
So every state has their own licensing that you have to do, their own distributors that you have to deal with. And like you said, it's not easy. It's not cheap in any way.
Nope.
But that's why we work from Florida up and then hit our target markets that we want to make sure that we're in to help grow our brand.
Right.
From hot spots spreading out.
Because the last time I saw our good friend Matt Booth, he was having the same conversation about his gin product.
Right, he has a boutique gin.
Yes, which, like, he's like, you literally, like, I have to pick specific states. And I know that, like, I have distribution in this state, or I have the ice, you're going to support me in this state.
Right.
And that way I know I do that. And that's why he started in Arizona.
But that's
California.
where his manufacturer is, too,
No.
right? The distillery?
California.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I thought they were in Arizona.
No, it's California, and he started in Arizona, and then he opened Texas was the next state he went to. Because just from the different things, but that was a while ago.
Huh. So are you guys up in New York yet, then?
In Long Island. We're out on Suffolk and Nassau County.
Well, I'm a Suffolk boy, man.
There you
All
go.
right, there you go.
All right.
Very cool.
So we're starting out there, and then we're going to work our way towards the mainland from there.
Okay.
Okay, so all our friends out there in Long Island, make sure
If
you
you're
check
listening.
out. If you're listening, make sure you check out Monkey in Paradise Vodka. It's available at a hopeful liquor store near you.
Yeah, I bet some of our friends that own bars / cigar shops there. What Steve? Not Steve. What's the Great Neck one that you guys went to for my wedding?
Oh,
Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
Danny's
Dick
place.
No, they don't have alcohol.
Oh, they don't have alcohol there.
They don't have alcohol there.
I'm sure you could bring your own alcohol,
You
though, and
probably
keep
can,
it in
yeah.
the locker.
Absolutely.
So you could go buy Monkey in Paradise, bring it there, and then hang out.
Absolutely.
I still haven't been to that. Actually, I have been to that shop back in the day, but not recently. So what are you making now?
Okay? This is a colorful, fruity cocktail with a lot of different things that are add in it.
A little different here. This one we call our Paradise Punch.
Okay. Oh boy.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Always a good idea to little punch in there. Mm-hmm.
That's it. This is Monkey in Paradise Vodka.
Ooh.
With a passion fruit liqueur called Passau and some orange and cranberry juice.
Well, that is refreshing as all get out.
I'm surprised that it's not grapefruit, because the smell and the look are grapefruit. So
Now you get a little bit of that orange in there, a little bit of that, a little tang. Quality.
This is dangerous.
That can get you going throughout the day.
Because this does not taste like alcohol whatsoever.
That's why we call it the punch.
Yeah. See, punches always get you.
Oh,
when you're at a party and there's punch, forget it.
Don't go near the punch.
No.
Don't go near the punch.
So who came up with this recipe? Do you guys have like recipes that you know work well with the vodka? And
Yeah, we have a full line of recipes that we have posted on our website, but we also work with our distributor. Our local distributor here is Breakthrough Beverage Company, and they have an in-house mixologist development team.
Oh, so they take your product and they make drinks based on
They
what
will,
the product...
but they also make themselves available to us.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
So if I'm looking for something with a specific theme or fit for a bar or restaurant, I'll get in touch with those guys down there, and we'll kind of collaborate together and try to come up with something that'll fit what each account is specifically looking for.
So was this developed for a specific account?
This was developed for our waterfront accounts.
I would say, like, I could see like a tiki bar, like on the water. This would be like a good drink for them.
Yep, we wanted something that was fruity but not overly sweet, that we can put in poolside bars, tiki bars, beachfront bars, that wasn't your regular daiquiri or overly sweet fruit drink that you're used to.
We gotta go. Keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Dan Blunt here for Alec Bradley Cigars. You ever plunk down hard-earned cash for a cigar? You're hoping you just bought yourself a nice drive-through taste town, only to discover you're in the slow lane with a clunker. That sucks. Say goodbye to bad rides. Test drive an Alec Bradley cigar today. At Alec Bradley, they get it. Whether we're talking about life or cigars, it's all about the ride.
Have you yet experienced a Toscano cigar? The full-bodied flavors and aromas of fire-cured tobacco and a long aging time makes smoking a Toscano cigar a unique and exciting experience. Since 1818, Toscano has been one of the best-selling cigars in the world. 200 years of tradition are hand-rolled in the unique shape of every Toscano cigar. Smoking a Toscano cigar is a way of life. Take part in a 200-year-old legacy of handmade, fire-cured Italian cigars. Available at your local premium cigar retailer.
Cigar enthusiasts, did you know your personal freedom to enjoy a fine cigar is affected by some form of smoking ban in all 50 states? Additionally, taxation on premium cigars is at its highest level in history, with some states taxing at an astronomical rate of 75%. Finally, there's a solution. CRA, Cigar Rights of America, is the first and only nonprofit public advocacy association fighting for your freedom to enjoy a fine cigar. Don't just sit there. Become part of the solution. Become a CRA member today. Membership is only $35 a year. That's less than $3 a month. And as a special bonus, CRA will send you 2 limited edition cigars as a way to say thank you for joining. Visit cigarrights.org for more information and to become a member.
The Oliva family, the makers of some of the most affordable yet highest rated premium cigars available. For 7 straight years, Cigar Aficionado has rated Oliva as one of the best cigars of the year. And Oliva has a cigar for all smokers, from the newly released Gilberto Oliva Reserva to the bold and rich Oliva Serie V. Oliva cigars can be found at a tobacconist near you. So always ask for Oliva, an unbeatable value and uncompromising quality. The Oliva family of cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit sindicato.com.
Monitor 3 humidors at once from one simple device. Caring for your cigars is easy with the new PuroTemp wireless hygrometer from Zycar. You now have the ability to monitor the humidity and temperature in 3 humidors without even having to open them. Ensure protection by setting simple alerts that will warn you when your cigars are not in the optimal environment. Like everything Zycar, this is backed by their lifetime warranty. Stop by your local tobacconist to purchase yours today. Zycar, for life.
To affinity and beyond. That is where Affinity Cigars will take you. These mild to medium cigars use only the finest select high-grade Ecuadorian Connecticut tobacco, creating a cigar that delivers a smooth, rich, creamy smoke with the gentleness of a mother's touch. Affinity Cigars have become America's go-to cigar for that flavorful yet unintimidating smoking experience. Visit syndicatocigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
lot of people gonna get hurt.
He's doing a remix.
I was about to say, is he doing the remix? I was going to say it earlier, but didn't turn my mic on, because Colin has control of that. But welcome back to KMA Talk Radio. I am Adam K, the Brewmeister. We are here broadcasting live on this, the last day of June in the year 2019. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
I'm here. I'm
a little buzzed.
Do you feel this at all?
No.
So, like, how many drinks does it take for you? Do you get drunk at all anymore? Not that we're promoting getting drunk. I'm just wondering, like, how many drinks it takes for you to get a buzz. Like, if you have 6 of these, would you feel it?
Probably.
It's 80 proof. It's not like it's light.
Well, the other problem is, like, we're also missing a lot of sugar elements in here, so that also affects the next day as well. And normally I don't mix in sugar contents. So that also would be an aspect. There you go. Yeah.
And now
I'm telling
you know.
you, documentary on you, dude. I may if somebody told me that my son's college would be paid for, I would put my savings into it now, because people need to know the anomaly that you are.
Let's start this.
Yes.
Steve, you've known me for 30 minutes now. Do you think there should be a documentary on me after 30 minutes?
It's going to be short.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That is
Well, at least
exactly
he's
what I'm going
honest.
for. Exactly. All right. Yeah, we are here with Steve Lachowicz of Monkey in Paradise Vodka. Steve, thank you for joining us, and thank you for bringing vodka.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm always happy to see alcohol. Hello, alcohol.
High five!
Here's to drinking. Is that on camera?
That is not on camera, but it is now.
There you go. All right. And to the person that texted me during the show, thanks for watching. You know who you are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it Abe?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It was someone else, and they reminded me that my ringer was on because they texted me during the show.
Yes, I
didn't
heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Well, there you go.
So, Steve, obviously working in-house with Monkey in Paradise and doing like 9,000 cases. You told us during the break, actually, you guys are moving the facility to Jacksonville in the
Is
future.
that official? Maybe we weren't supposed to talk about it. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And now when
But
is
still
that?
stay in local Florida.
Staying in Florida and being a local Florida product, how do they feel that that's going to help the brand by moving it? And what is the eventual goal?
Right, that's the question. Yeah.
Yes. What is the eventual goal, and what are the goals for the company in the near future or long term?
Oh, near future is just expansion and brand awareness more than anything. We try to get out as much as possible, doing stuff like this with you guys, being in store at the ABCs and Total Wines where we're available, which is everywhere in the state of Florida. And our founders, two of our founders, Seth and Frankie, are generally in anywhere from 3 to 5 retail stores every week.
Oh, wow.
Setting up
that is a lot.
Tastings and experiences to engage with new customers on a
that's
regular
cool.
basis.
I see that. I appreciate, though. It's like when we have cigar manufacturers in, when the actual people are in and involved. That's a big deal to people, I think.
So one key thing we didn't hit on yet. So this looks like a $7.50 bottle. What is the price point on this bottle?
$7.50s you'll find at your ABC, Total Wines, and Winn-Dixie's throughout the state of Florida. Generally run from $17.99 to $19.99.
And if I wanted to get it in a liter,
you're generally at $27.99. I believe, at Total Wine.
That is a.
That's a great price
I'm sorry,
point.
not the liter, the 175.
The 175, yeah.
Yeah, the
sorry,
175.
yeah,
Okay.
That's what I meant, yeah. I meant the 175. But wow, that is a really good price point, especially for a local grown
As opposed
product.
to $40, right?
Absolutely. I would drink this all the time for $27 for a 1.75.
So what so you're in Long Island. What over the next couple of years, the idea is to try and get
full
nationwide,
national, yeah.
except for Utah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe by the time we get out that way, things will change.
They have
but
the toughest liquor
doubt
laws in
that.
the country, right?
I don't think they have liquor laws. They're just not allowed to drink there, right?
Paul, stop trying to offend the people of Utah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We do have listeners from Utah, actually.
I'm sure we do, yeah.
We do.
Even though you're not allowed to mail cigars there.
In Salt Lake City, people do. Well, I'm sure they still smoke cigars there.
They do, but you can't mail cigars to Utah. That was something we found out a couple of months ago.
Is that the only state?
Not necessarily.
Well, this got awkward.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that. It's a weird thing to talk about. We're here to talk about vodka.
No, yeah, absolutely. Steve, so you guys are... you mentioned something about the branding and is something changing soon about the brand, or no? Are you just doing a new label? Or
yeah, we have a new label coming out that is actually out in most of the markets outside of South Florida.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just because we're based here and this is where our bulk of our product was, we're kind of keeping it with the...
Because people know the brand.
Yeah, people
here
know the brand
more.
here.
Okay.
So expanding into new markets instead of introducing our one label and then switching to another one within...
You're introducing the new label.
Yeah, the
so
new
that they
label
learn
is
that
introduced into new markets from here on out.
So here's a good question for you. Let's say I'm a vodka drinker and you meet me in a Total Wine. What is your sales pitch to me on why I should buy your product over something else?
It's putting you to work.
Yeah, right. I wish our founder Seth was here right now. He would close out the rest of this segment for you real quick. All right.
He's got the full sales pitch ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's his thing. He knows how to. That's how I learned to do it.
He's
store.
He's Alec Baldwin in he's always
Glenn
Glenn
Moss.
Glenn Ross. Yeah.
Selling ketchup popsicles to an Eskimo, you know.
In white gloves.
Yeah, in white gloves, whatever it is. But that's Seth, and that's why I love him. He's taught me a lot. But biggest thing is 7 times distilled, 7 times carbon filtered, ultra clean, ultra premium vodka. It's made in Florida. It's made with corn. So sugar-free, carb-free, gluten-free, all the things that people need with specific diets.
Right.
If they need them. Otherwise, it's just a great vodka.
If not, it won't make me much fatter anyway. So I appreciate that as well. I'm not on a diet, but it helps, and it tastes good.
Every little helps, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Every little thing. That's it.
Every little thing to make you get past that.
One less scoop of ice cream, gluten-free and carb-free on the vodka. We do what we can.
It's hard to be chubby in South Florida, so this is helping.
Especially with this heat that's coming
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Do you get sweats walking to the mailbox, Paul?
Yeah, I said that the other day to a buddy of mine that was complaining on Long Island that it was 89 degrees, and he said to me, "How do you deal with this all year round?" Really, your body acclimates, right? Like, so I really feel the cold now when I go home, and I go home almost once a month. So when I go to Long Island and it's 40 degrees out or 30 or 20, I really feel it. No matter what I'm wearing, I really absolutely feel the cold, and it shudders my body. Here, when it's 100 degrees, I feel it, but walking to the car, sometimes I'll walk to my car at work if I haven't auto-started the car to cool it down, sit in the car, and literally be drenched. I have to change my shirt if I want to go out. Remember my Florida shirt that I wore the other day? The flamingo shirt that you guys made fun of?
Yeah, because you looked silly.
Well, I wear a lot of those because I'm in Florida now. I'm on vacation permanently. It was soaked. I'll sweat through the back of it. But even when I'm thinner, it's just unbelievably hot here.
I just think you have overactive sweat glands, Paul.
I might. Mm-hmm. I might. I don't think I do, but maybe.
Maybe you're just.
You're making me talk so much, and
maybe you're just a fat kid and trying to be a thin kid.
Yes.
I don't consider myself fat yet. Do you consider me a fat man?
Portly. How's that?
That's hurtful.
Really?
Yeah. Am I
Steve,
that big?
do you think portly is a hurtful term?
I think it's worse than fat.
Really?
I don't know if there's any coming back from portly.
Yeah, right? Okay.
How about if I was going to go with pudgy?
I'm okay with pudgy because that means I'm slightly overweight.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I'm fat to me is 100 pounds overweight. I'm probably a good 40, 50 pounds overweight.
Tickle, tickle, tickle.
I think that's a little. You might. I don't know if you're that much.
You don't think I'm that much?
40 pounds, you'd be a.
If I lost 40 pounds, I'd be the weight that I was at my wedding when you saw me.
No way.
Yeah.
No
way. I was
That's
almost
inconceivable.
No, I was probably 50 pounds less than I am now, actually.
No way.
Yep.
You know what? I have photos of you from your wedding. I'm going to have to look them up and compare.
I was thin. I was 155. 150, actually. That's a lie. 150. So I'm close to 200, but I'm not 200. I'm 190-ish, somewhere around there. I can't believe I just said that on the air, how much I weigh.
Do you believe he's 190 pounds?
I might be 185, but somewhere around there, I'm guesstimating how
There's
that
no
I'm
way
that
you were
fat.
150 pounds at your wedding.
Yeah, 150 pounds, maybe 151.
I'll have to find the photos. I'll show them to you, Steve. I don't think
I'll
he was
show
150
them to you,
pounds.
Steve.
I don't think it was 150
And then he'll
pounds
show
at
you
his
the
wedding.
pictures of the lovely girl that he took to my wedding that he shared a room with that nothing happened with.
Ooh, it's Erica.
Yeah,
Colin,
that
you need to retire after
Colin,
that.
you are
that
amazing.
was so on fire.
So perfect.
I don't even know. Colin, you know what?
Yeah.
Give yourself a round of applause.
All right.
Everybody, Colin.
So her name was Erica. She worked here, and he didn't seal the deal. And she was drunk.
It was
when I saw her, she was drunk, but I was drunk also.
Tickle.
So
you were a little plastered. So
You let her dance too much of that off, huh?
yeah, he's a dancing fool, man.
I am a phenomenal dancer. For those who do not know, yes.
Are you watching the time? Because
Yeah.
I am out. I can't help you with time at this point.
Well, I figured as much because you've now had 1.5 cocktails, and I know after one of my beers, you are already telling me you were feeling it. So, Steve, if people want to find Monkey in Paradise, obviously we said we can find it at ABC's, Total Wines, and a lot of places around. Are there anything or events you're doing in the near future you want to tell our local listeners or anybody in other states that are happening, where they can find Monkey in Paradise or find more about Monkey in Paradise?
Well, monkeyinparadise.com.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have our new website launching next week, and that will have a locator built in. So you can go onto our website from any state, and it'll let you know if it's available in your state and which stores it's available for you.
Mm-hmm.
In the state of Florida, we're in every ABC, every Total Wine, every Winn-Dixie liquor store. Also, a lot of the regional and locally owned places. And then around town at the bars and restaurants, I mean, we're picking them up as fast as we can. So if you're out at a bar and restaurant and you want to try it, ask for it. If they don't have it, tell them it's time to get it.
Yeah, you can always
ask.
help us out. I have found that you can actually ask for a brand that you want, and they'll bring it in.
As a person who does bar ordering, yeah, that's half the time of what I do. When people said, "Hey, if you order this, I'll drink it." Okay,
if more than one person asks for any particular brand, that's reason to bring it in enough.
Well, also, if one person says, "I'll drink this all the time," and they drink a lot,
right? That's my drink. Right.
That's how I make a lot of money. So, yeah, that's what we're here to do. Yes, so make sure you find Monkey in Paradise Vodka near you, and we'll keep enjoying this while we go to break right now, and we'll have this week who belongs to the Cigar Insane Asylum.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you very much, guys.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram, too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Recognized and respected throughout the cigar industry, Eric Espinoza and his La Zona factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, are committed to creating cigars of superior quality with the perfect combinations of flavor and strength for every palate. So whether it's the 93-rated La Ranja Reserva, the 92-rated 601s, the Murcielago, or the Espinoza Habano, Crema, or Especial, Espinoza Premium Cigars has the right cigar for you. The next time you're ready for a truly unique cigar experience, ask for Espinoza Cigars.
A brand more than 100 years in the making, Particulares was established in Havana, Cuba in 1895, operating as an elite factory that would later introduce the world to classic brands such as Byron, Particulares, and even Monte Cristo. Now, Sindicato Cigars is proud to bring this historic brand back to life, partnering with the legendary Topsa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua, to reimagine this Cuban classic as a modern-day Nicaraguan puro. Transport yourself to a bygone era of Cuban nostalgia with Particulares by Sindicato. For more information, visit Sindicato.com.
Hey, fools, how about a game of Cutthroat?
It's your funeral.
That's my kind of game. Arnold, I hope your pool playing is better than your choice of cigars.
What do you mean? Wow, tough crowd.
Here, try this Recluse cigar. You're going to need all the help you can get.
Don't be stingy. Let me get one of those.
Recluse. Wow, that's a good smoke. Now I can bring my A game.
I think you should stick with that Recluse cigar and work on your B game, because you don't have an A game. And I know a little something about games. Boom.
Ooh, that's cold.
Mike Bellady has collaborated with industry legends Don Pepin Garcia, Manuel Quesada, and Ernesto Perez Carrillo to make some of the industry's most highly touted cigars. Through his company, MLB Cigars, Mike brings you 4 incredible and unique blends: Imperia, Imperia Islero, Imperia Aventador, and the David P. Ehrlich Tremont. MLB Cigars are made with the best minds in the industry. Visit us at MLBCigarVentures.com and follow us on social media. Imperia and David P. Ehrlich Cigars. Developed by legends, smoked by connoisseurs.
Quality and value are always the 2 biggest determining factors for consumers when making buying decisions. Casa Bella by Sindicato Cigars offers superior flavor, quality construction, and an affordable everyday price. Completely handmade in the Dominican Republic, these value-priced, smooth yet flavorful cigars are comprised of Dominican and Nicaraguan filler tobaccos, and they're available in natural and Maduro wrappers. Visit SindicatoCigars.com to find your nearest authorized dealer of Casa Bella cigars.
Lights, camera, action. Real Clips Barbershop brings you all that is good about old school barbershops in a new cinematic themed environment. Whether you need a traditional cut, fade, blowout, or even a straight razor hot towel shave, our master barbers will get you right. All while enjoying iconic scenes from some of your favorite movies, right from our video screens built into the mirrors. Visit RealClipsBarbershop.com. That's real, R-E-E-L, ClipsBarbershop.com for a location near you or to make an appointment. After one visit, we know you'll be back.
Insurance companies have a very unique business model that the general public doesn't understand. Insurance companies make profit only one way: taking in premiums and paying out less on claims than they take in premiums. In doing this, they oftentimes deny legitimate people with viable claims fair compensation. We know accidents happen. They happen every day. The good thing about insurance is it helps people do the right thing when they've caused accidents. You know, if I cause an accident, the first thing I want to do is make sure the person is okay, the person's taken care of. Insurance gives us the ability to do the right thing. Unfortunately, the insurance company treats people like statistics instead of human beings. And that's why you need an experienced attorney to make sure the insurance company does the right thing.
Baker and Zimmerman, defending the injured. 800-866-LAWS.
Welcome back. You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Welcome back to KMA Talk Radio, broadcasting live. I am Adam K., the Brewmeister. With me, of course, Paul, the producer.
Oh, hold on.
Now ready?
I gotta get close to the mic.
Oh.
I'm feeling relaxed.
Somebody top this man off because he's going to need 30 minutes.
No, wait, I don't need any more. This is delicious, though. The punch is really good, Steve.
Paradise Punch.
Yeah, I like a punch, I guess.
I got a little too much grapefruit in there. I might need to throw some more vodka in there for me. We'll see what we got there. Yeah,
Adam just passed his drink along. He's like, "Could you put a little bit more vodka in there for me, please?"
That's what we do here in KMA Talk Radio. This is episode 345. If you missed any part of it, make sure you check out the KMA Talk Radio Facebook page or the podcast on iTunes or on the KMA Talk Radio.com.
Or in your local market on the radio.
At some different point, yeah.
Quick question for you.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor and do the math this week and figure out when our 400th episode is going to be so I can prepare?
Ooh.
I'm so scared. We're going to be, we are going to have a best of next week.
Yeah.
Although Abe didn't confirm. You and I are just confirming now.
It'll be a best of next week. If for those of you, we're going to wish you a happy 4th of July this week, and we will not be wishing you, hoping you enjoy the fireworks. Also, make sure you don't burn your hand off or blow anything up that is alive.
Well, you know what's funny?
Thanks, Steve.
Here in Florida, fireworks are illegal. I'm not used to that. In New York, you can't buy fireworks. Maybe you can buy sparklers, but those are probably even illegal there.
Well, the fun thing is, like, for our friends who live in North Carolina, like Coop, basically, you drive to South Carolina to buy cheap alcohol, gas, and fireworks.
Right.
Like, literally, like, if you're going to Charlotte, the last exit of South Carolina, there is an amusement park, a really nice liquor store, a fireworks stand.
Is that south of the border?
That is just in South Carolina, the last exit before you get to North Carolina, before you're, like, literally into Charlotte. There's a giant liquor store, a giant fireworks store, a lot of gas stations, a really good Mexican restaurant in a hotel, by the way. Fun story about that. And an amusement park.
So you didn't answer my question. It's not south of the border.
And now you know.
That place, have you never passed or stopped at south of the border between the Carolinas?
South of the border?
Yes, it's like the biggest rest stop ever. You've made the trip, I'm sure, Steve, from New York to Florida a couple times at least. You know south of the border, right?
10 more signs to south of the border.
Right. It's got a big guy in a sombrero.
That's Pedro.
Yeah, they have a dog park.
On 95.
Yeah, you don't take 95?
No, because I go to Charlotte.
So you take
Yeah, I take
whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is to get into Charlotte. So
right, but you take 95 up.
I take 95 up, but I always veer off before you get to Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah.
South of the border is where it's at, man.
Got it.
Just so you know, you should check it out.
But it's on 95.
It's on 95. It is an amazing rest stop. It's got to be. It's like the Disney World of rest stops. I have to say that. Or you would. Don Ricardo's doesn't make sense to you, but the big Mexican restaurant version of a rest stop. It's amazing, and I think they sell fireworks there. Yeah,
probably because if it's in South Carolina, they would.
They have a dog park there. We bring our dogs there when we drive them up and back. One time we just saw a dog sitting in there, nobody around, just chilling, hanging out. So we waited.
There was just a dog.
Yeah, he was just in there. He was laying on a skateboard.
Wait. There was a dog laying on a skateboard.
So they have a dog park.
park.
Yeah, he was laying on a skateboard.
And no one was there with him. And
nobody was there.
Dog laying on a skateboard.
So we thought maybe they were in the bathroom because the bathrooms are like kind of outside and away from the main area. So we waited because my wife, loves animals and I mean I love my animals, but I could care less about other people's animals most of the time. And we were waiting and nobody ever came out for the dog. And we asked inside at the register what was going on. They said, "Oh no, they're around. Their owners are around." So then I was like, "Oh, thank God for saying that." I think he just said that so that we would leave the dog alone. But I think the dog was abandoned at the dog park on south of the border or at south of the border.
I don't even know how to follow up on that story. But anyway, let's see this week who belongs in a cigar insane asylum.
Welcome to the Cigar Asylum,
Did you know I'm utterly insane? We all go a little mad sometimes.
where logic and reason cease to exist.
I'm the king of my castle.
This week in the Cigar Insane Asylum, brought to you by the good folks over at Celia and Asylum Cigars. This week's inductee isn't helping the Florida stereotype. Charlotte County Sheriff's Office deputies stopped the vehicle around 3 a.m. after it blew through a stop sign. Well, that's usually a good reason to stop someone.
Yeah.
The man and woman inside said they'd been trying to collect frogs and snakes from a nearby underpass. Yeah, because that's something someone says every day.
Well, Floridians might say that.
No. As someone who has lived in Florida for almost 18 years, no.
I kill frogs regularly, but they're the poisonous toads that are out there.
That's another
which we saw one outside today.
That's another topic for another day. The deputy asked to see what they'd collected to make sure they didn't have any species they weren't supposed to have. And the 25-year-old woman opened her purse to reveal 41 small turtles.
41?
I don't think I've ever seen 41 turtles in my life.
Not even in those turtle nesting grounds.
No. I mean, I don't think I've ever... If you accumulated all the turtles I've ever seen in my life, it wouldn't equal 41. I wouldn't even know where to find 41 turtles. How do you get 41 turtles? Turtles. In a handbag. Which is insane so far. But guess what? It gets weirder. She then pulled a foot-long alligator out of her yoga pants.
Why are you yelling?
Yoga pants. Because I'm emphasizing the parts of the story here. Yes, yoga pants. The turtles and American alligator are regulated, so the driver and his gal pal were cited for having them. The reptiles were seized by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and then released because, well, that's where they belong, out in the wild. Congratulations, Yoga Pants Smuggler. You're this week's inductee in the Cigar Insane Asylum because, well, who puts an alligator in their yoga pants?
Now, the real question is, and I could not find this in any of the articles written about it, was the alligator in her yoga pants that she was wearing, or were the yoga pants, like, wrapping the alligator in her purse?
Wearing.
I don't know that that's the case.
Like, as I heard, like, I originally heard this story on Seth Meyers, going back to the poll question. Make sure you check it out on KMATalkradio.com. But, yeah, it was in her yoga pants.
So, the yoga pants that she was wearing.
It's not like she was wearing hammer pants, where, you know, you got some baggy room in there or something, but no, yoga pants.
Yoga pants, God's gift to men.
Unless, of course...
They shouldn't be wearing
They shouldn't be on... Yeah. I'm not going to specify, but those of you who know you shouldn't be wearing yoga pants, you know who you are.
Well, maybe they don't because they're wearing them. See, you could provide a good public service if you would just tell people who are wearing yoga pants that they shouldn't be wearing them.
You know what? If that's what I need to do for the good of mankind, then maybe that's what I should do.
No, you don't have the guts to do it. You won't even go to... we talked about this last night. You won't even go to a bar and talk to somebody randomly.
Well, we know what happens when I do that.
That's one time. You can't let one mistake. You, as a man and a single man that you are...
Steve, are you a single man?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Do you, have you been assaulted in a bar?
No.
No?
Not by somebody I didn't know.
Okay.
All right. Well, so he's a lucky man.
Yeah.
He's also a good-looking guy from New York. You're a okay-looking guy from Michigan. It's going to be more difficult.
Just okay-looking. Thanks, Paul. Can you cut his mic off, Colin? That'd be great. Anyway, it's been a wonderful show. We thank you all for listening. All of you at the IPCPR, have a good time.
Seriously, really, stay safe and enjoy.
Wear sunscreen, and we will be off next week. Everyone have a safe and happy 4th of July. Don't blow up your fingers.
Please.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks with more great content here on KMA Talk Radio. Until then, and as always, stay smoky and keep it lit.
You're listening to KMA Talk Radio. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
We're on Instagram too.
Yes, it's mandatory.
Awarded the 2014 Nicaraguan Cigar of the Year with numerous 90-plus ratings, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Cigar celebrates Tabacalera Perdomo's 20 years as one of Nicaragua's largest premium cigar manufacturers. Using only the highest priming tobaccos grown exclusively by the Perdomo family, the 20th Anniversary Cigar has a tremendous profile with layer upon layer of rich, elegant, complex flavors. Visit your nearest authorized tobacconist today and experience the masterful blend of these Nicaraguan puros. Now available in extremely limited edition pyramid size in sun-grown or Maduro.
Keep the party going all week long at the world-famous Spearmint Rhino, West Palm Beach. Every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, enjoy $3 premium drinks from the bar till midnight. Magnum Mondays means $100 magnums of Belvedere and Moët Brut until midnight. Get your thrills every $10 Tuesday with $10 dances all day and night. Ladies, don't miss Women Crush Wednesdays with half off your cover charge. No matter the time of day, it's always a good time at Spearmint Rhino, West Palm Beach.
Keep it lit with KMA Talk Radio.